Yeah, whether it's in the ring sparring or whether it's in the ring fighting, I won't let anyone manhandle me or try and knock me out, no way.
What was your interpretation of the sparring that you had? He said he clipped you.
He ain't clipped. He don't even got that much power to clip nothing. What are you talking about?
Fight fans, welcome back.
You were up there in Big Bear years ago, and Canelo walks into the gym. Did you know who he was at all?
They say sparring is sparring. What happens in the gym no longer stays there.
When you beat somebody in sparring, is that something you can hold over their head until y'all actually get in the ring?
A meaningless mingle or a prescient precursor of how a fight might play out. From heavyweight KO backstories to sealed lower weight lips, big stages, even bigger performances.
This guy is so stupid. He mentioned the sparring where he got beaten up.
Intriguing boxing build-ups, endorsing tales of terror.
I've been hit by a car once when I was young, and that's how I feel like sparring with him. Like this. I'm just being honest. Like.
With Joshua versus Dubois approaching, we look at former sparring partners who fought in the only place it counts.
I'm not the same anymore. I'm better now, and I'm gonna show it tonight.
Welcome to a Motivedia presentation.
Now listen, walk him down, beat him up. You know, you got the brains the size of a shrimp. What we gonna do? We gonna turn the shrimp and fry. We gonna glaze them. We gonna grill them. We gonna broil them. Either way, the shrimp gonna get cooked. Tune in.
Daniel's got to keep focused. This is part of the game. Miller's got into his head a little bit there.
4 years prior to Daniel Dubois inflicting Jarrell Miller's first loss, Dubois was drafted in to help Big Baby plan for an aborted AJ bout.
And we got this dry British fish and chip dude over here like he's boring.
21-year-old prospect Dubois was just 11-0. Outspoken Miller, 23-0.
He's trying to push your buttons, let's say.
He's good, he's a character. You gotta love him. I love characters in boxing, you need them.
While sparring details are scant, Miller's PED usage received full media attention.
Up your cycle and you got caught, you fat little.
The Saudi scene was set in 2023 when Daniel became the proxy punisher for an outraged boxing fandom.
All this talking that he did before the fight, and then when he got in the ring, this mean mug scowl, and it's like, yo, you mean mug this guy more than you did punch him.
Yeah. After melting against Usyk, Dubois stayed strong to smash Miller in 10.
Can Daniel Dubois see it through, tracking uppercut to start the round?
As he gained his second breath throughout the fight, he did very well.
Miller sticks out the tongue, but all he can do is move back and sag on the ropes because he's got nothing left. The referee's having a look. Is Dubois going to get the leg stopping? Yes, he is.
Yeah, he's still a little baby.
You think he's
Little scared baby.
You think he's scared of you, yeah?
Of course he's scared of me.
Why is he scared of you?
Look at me.
Everybody's heard that Hrgović knocked out Daniel Dubois in sparring. Everyone's heard of that, right? So let's not go on like it's a secret, because it's not a secret.
I have no experience. You have all this amateur experience. You give me huge gloves. You wear them. You're just a sneaky guy.
This guy is so stupid. He mentioned the sparring where he got beaten up. So why mention this?
A key example of how the sparring stick can be used to beat the bully. Filip Hrgović arrived in Riyadh boasting of a historical Daniel Dubois domination, claiming he would retire if defeated.
No sparring, this is real deal. The sparring's over.
This ain't bad though, this is fairly real if you don't mind me saying so.
Daniel was a mere 19-year-old and he was a fully grown man. He was hanging on to that, Filip Hrgović, and I knew that would come back and bite him, and it did.
Seemingly out of shape, over-reliant on a powerful right hand that he repeatedly winged until his gas tank was empty.
Right hand from Hrgović. This is target practice with a right hand so far.
That man. I'm retired if I lose to Dubois.
That's his performance from Daniel Dubois, who just seems to be able to outlast Hrgović at this point.
If you're gonna retire, let him retire. I'll retire him.
How do you think Dubois would do against AJ? Maybe he gets the golden ticket this summer.
Hrgovic's best work was left in the sparring ring as the hype disappeared in the midst of Triple D's furious flurries.
And Daniel Dubois, he got caught a lot against Hrgović, but he weathered the storm and broke his heart, gassed him out and got rid of him.
Daniel Dubois has stopped Filip Hrgović and picked up the biggest win of his career!
You actually said that if you were Anthony Joshua, you wouldn't have taken this fight. You wouldn't have chosen to fight Otto Wallin. Why is that? Why are you such a problem?
Because I have a lot of secrets. I can't tell them right now.
Anthony Joshua used his reportedly competitive sparring sessions with Robert Helenius and Otto Wallin as personal motivation when facing the Europeans in professional bouts.
It's real enough not to just go, hello mate, how are you? And if he wants to be a bit off with someone who's slagged him off for years, he's going to be. I don't see the problem with that.
I don't really like the talking style.
There's a different look in Josh's eyes.
You're digging your own grave. Just up.
He wants to destroy Otto Wallin.
Riding high off a Murat Gassiev away win, Wallin claimed sparring sessions would help him overcome Joshua. He was wrong.
You know, sparring is sparring, but it's closer you can get to a real fight. You see some holds in there, of course. Everybody has holds. And yeah, I'm looking to exploit them.
Joshua busted his nose and blew the southpaw away.
Finally got it all together. AJ looked good. He looked cool. He looked calm. That's the best I've seen him look in a long time.
Anthony Joshua just beat a fighter that had momentum in his favor.
I really have no excuses. He was just better, I think. He did really well. He used his reach well. He hit me with some really good shots. Yeah, that was he was just better, I think.
Now, a little someone told me that you've been sparring with a certain Mr. Tyson Fury for a couple of weeks. Can you tell me what that's been like? And has he converted you into a traveller?
When it comes to sparring session interpretations, Tyson Fury and Dillian White's individual accounts of their early career move around differ wildly.
Tyson's arc was long, his range. Some days he may outbox it here and there, but I've definitely laid him up before. Definitely put him on his bottom before.
You put Tyson Fury down in sparring.
Sharing a gym ring more than once, Fury notably employed White ahead of the axed David Haye fiasco.
Is that truth when he said he knocked him down a couple of times in the sparring?
Yeah, he said that. So if he said it, you know, I wouldn't see why he'd lie about it.
It's not about, I beat him up in a spar or he beat me up in a spar. We was there working together and we were good friends together. We went out for a drink, we ate together, we slept together. He was a part of our team.
I'm sorry, man. Bro, we didn't sleep together, bro.
It's time for the main event of the evening.
Tyson would have the last say in 2022 when he sparked White out in 6 Wembley rounds.
That solid right hand went in from Tyson Fury. Good body shot from Fury.
It was a good fight, you know. Obviously, we were both in a fight. I think it was 50-50 up until then.
Fury with the uppercut. What a punch! He felt it and he couldn't recover from it.
I'm going to retire as the second heavyweight in history after Rocky Marciano to retire undefeated because all roads led to the Gypsy King and I was unbeatable at this game.
How much of that do you think is false confidence?
Today?
He says he's going to knock you out. He says he's going to get a win and he's going to knock you out.
I'm not sure. He's crazy to think that.
Fury's sinister mix of playfulness and seriousness was matched by Gervonta Davis's adoptive persona when dealing with Frank Martin.
That when you fake tough.
Fake tough. That be you doing all that fake tough.
Chill out.
You've been out 14 months. Have you been practicing that backflip?
Yeah. What's it?
Martin spoke of sparring success, but Tank knew what time it was once the head guard came off and the business bell rang.
Did you saying him that you knew you had him hurting that spar?
He did when he was sparring Tank. Is he capping?
You gave him the wobbly leg? You remember what the punch was? Then he grabbed me.
You never clipped me. What are you talking about?
I didn't clip you?
No, you did not. You caught me with a good shot. That's it. That happened in boxing. You never clipped me. I never shook. None of that.
So you didn't
What are you
shake?
talking about? Shook though. Bro, you don't even hit that hard.
Frank flinched at the weigh-in, became rigid and nervous under the bright lights. Gervonta knew the job was 90% complete.
What do you think Saturday night? How's it go?
6 through 8. 6 through 8.
But again, he has to keep him busy. There's a left hand.
On the Vegas stage, he ruthlessly exorcised the fearful Ghost in 8.
Instantly, he'll run.
Every time I tell y'all something,
You know what happened.
don't it happen?
I got caught with a shot that I didn't see. One that came from underneath. And it went from there.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do. Still not good enough.
Ryan Garcia has fooled the people. He's fooled the people into thinking that he's something other than a great fighter. We've been in the ring with him 6 times.
He hit harder than Devin. So the harder shots were from Ryan.
So if they fight in the pros, what's your prediction?
Ryan stops him. I say 8th round.
In an era of leaked video footage, nothing exemplified the trend more than Ryan Garcia appearing to get the better of familiar foe Devin Haney.
We've been rivals since we was 9, 10 years old. Now we're in a fight. You gotta hit a switch. There's no...
It does feel like a little bit more than just a fight.
Put your kids to bed. It's 18 and over, because what I'm sending Devin to do to him shouldn't be on TV.
When they met for real, hatred flowed as Garcia's mental health rapidly descended.
They try to make me stop. They try to cancel my fight.
Protect yourself at all times. Touch gloves. Good luck.
I gave you your money. You better give me my money. You want that center of the ring? Let's f***ing do it.
For two so evenly matched throughout their lives, the meeting was shockingly one-sided.
Ryan Garcia has this nasty left hook. It's the
kid is super fast.
Yeah, it's a crazy left hook.
Back.
Before Ryan's positive drug test threw matters even further into confusion as fans struggled to make sense of the entire circus show.
I'm a special kind of fighter, so I never fought, and a guy has been that much better than me. I've never been overmatched like that, and I've been in there with the best fighters in the world.
When you were up there in Big Bear years ago and Canelo walks into the gym, did you know who he was at all?
Long before they embarked on a fierce middleweight rivalry, a raw Canelo Alvarez entered the sparring ring with a man 8 years his senior.
¿Cómo describes tú el poder? ¿Lo sentiste tú? ¿Cómo lo describes?
Es un peleador fuerte, pero creo que también lo soy yo, entonces...
How about his boxing skills? How good is Canelo?
He's great boxer. He's a great athlete. He's a very strong guy.
Do you want to fight him?
Canelo?
Canelo.
In the future, yes. Because he's a great champion.
Golovkin had already gained an underground reputation for his prowess in the practice ring, eliciting rave reviews.
How hard does Triple G hit? Compared to other guys you sparred or fought?
I haven't sparred anybody hits harder, and I've sparred heavyweights. And
he hits harder than a heavyweight.
Yeah.
A lot of fighters see me fight and they think that I'm very easy, but when they get up in the ring, it's a different story. Obviously, I've sparred with Golovkin many times, and he's saying it out of experience. He knows what I can do.
Far from the matured, compact, counter-punching Canelo, the unexpected scouting mission resulted 7 years later in the first of a blazing trilogy.
I think, yeah, it can play psychologically. It can kind of mess with you just a bit. But look, Canelo's a whole different fighter today.
Chester shakes his head no, and he beckons in Golovkin. Who thought we'd ever see this? Upper land from Golovkin. Back comes Alvarez, crowd on their feet. They might not hear the bell. There it is.
114. This is officially a draw.
The only thing we didn't want was a draw. We didn't want a draw.
Can't touch me, look.
Adrian Broner is used to making more enemies in boxing than friends.
And I know all y'all against me. Him right here, Leonard Elby against me. They with this Leonard too.
But after drafting Adrian Granados to help prepare for his 2013 fight with Marcos Maidana, the pair struck up a friendship.
Sparring Granados, what do you remember from those sparring sessions? Anything?
I remember everything. I got an elephant brain. I can tell you one thing, he's tough. He's tough as nails. I say, you're gonna need more than a hammer to put him down.
Broner suffered his first loss to Maidana and in 2017 was pitted against Granados for real.
Do you feel like Donna kind of laid out somewhat of a blueprint to beat Adrian Broner?
Yeah, he laid out a good blueprint. I was imitating it to a T, and I was having my success with Adrian in sparring, but sparring is different from the fight. So I mean, I'm not banking on that.
And protect yourselves at all times. Any questions, sir? Touch them up, go.
Ready for a grinding affair, AB became temporarily humble as he scraped out a split decision victory, which confirmed that his best days had indeed drifted away.
After I landed my first left hook, I broke my left hand again.
Good action by both, and a left hook by Broner.
Had to fight another tough 9 rounds with a very, very tough competitor. And I just want to pat myself on the back of that.
So they put both of us in the ring, and they said, "You really want to do this?" I said, "Yeah." I said, "He's just a kid."
It's over. Their rivalry ended in one of the most controversial moments in boxing's checkered history. It started in a red-hot bubble of violence as Olympic hopefuls Mike Tyson and Evander Holyfield clashed in a 1980s sparring ring.
17 years old, he's just a kid, man. He's the only person in the gym that I can admit that I worked. I didn't think nobody gonna beat him.
The temperature rose quickly, hands flew, and the pair were separated.
The Olympic coach, Pat Nappy, said, "Stop this thing, they gonna get hurt." Tyson said, "You good." As a man, I ain't good, you the one good, you're a kid, man.
Tyson tried to continue the intimidation in an out-of-ring incident.
He's good, he's a great fighter and all that, but you out of your league, man.
One thing you gotta understand, you ain't no fear of me.
I'ma like this. I'm gonna have a good time this fight.
But Holyfield held firm and later beat him twice, losing half an ear for his troubles.
Trying to get in there, there's the security trying to hold Tyson back. Holyfield.
Say, I'm speechless, and I'm never speechless. I really don't know what to say.
You have faced Hopkins in the past, and also you have worked with Hopkins in the past. Was that, just having that knowledge and knowing Hopkins that well, was that, made it easier for you to design a strategy against him?
The Bernard Hopkins-John David Jackson thread runs deep and intricate. Hustling in the same East Coast scene, the slightly older Jackson sparred with a green version of Hopkins before the pair met as professionals.
It did, because I've known Bernard since 1990. He was my chief sparring partner on the champ. And then I fought him. And then years later, I trained him.
No doubt recalling that sparring data, in 1997, Road Dogg Hopkins defended his IBF middleweight crown with a 7th-round KO over Jackson in Louisiana.
Not much has happened. Look out! Jackson actually caught Hopkins on his way down. Big smile on the face of Hopkins.
Yeah, it was nice. He could have let him drop.
And Jackson going through the ropes. And he continues to hit him. And that's it. It's over.
Jackson would later oppose B-Hop once more when working Sergey Kovalev's corner before training Hopkins for his final contest.
But Bernard was definitely doing well for a man of his age, and unfortunately we couldn't go to 12 to see what the decision might have been.
I had just turned 15 years old, so they called us to spar with him. Julio Cesar Chavez's sparring sessions, I mean, it's kind of like a circus. It's funny because he'll have like 1,000 people there. He'll have mariachi playing. It's pretty crazy.
A pound-for-pound prime specimen prepping for Meldrick Taylor. When Julio Cesar Chavez sent out the sparring call, Oscar De La Hoya and Sugar Shane Mosley stepped up.
Oscar was doing his combinations and was trying to, not really show out, but Oscar was trying to pepper him up a little bit, and then Chavez stepped in. Wow, right hand, bam! I was like, ooh, we just dropped Oscar.
So he hits me with that right hand. Dan, I swear I've never been hit harder in my life. He is, I mean, that's why he was like the greatest of all time.
A 1996 fourth-round bloodbath and a 1998 eight-round retirement straightener asserted Oscar's double dominance over a swiftly fading version of Chavez.
Oscar's very smart. He gets in, but he stands up and gets that height advantage whenever things get too rough.
It must be a fight. Chavez won't come out. The inside of his mouth bloody, and I am shocked.
Moths are nocturnal creatures. During daylight hours, they typically rest in inconspicuous places to avoid predators and conserve energy for their nighttime adventures. Walls provide moths with a few advantages: camouflage, warmth and shelter, orientation, and leaving pheromone trails. So while it may seem odd to see a moth chilling on your wall during the day, they're just taking a break, conserving energy, attracting the honeys, and preparing for the next Motividia presentation.